Hello everybody, welcome to another week with the Tarot Oracle reading. Tarot messages for all signs. So we'll just see what pops out. It's not a full reading, it's just to get a flavour of what's around for this week. So let's have a look. These are the new cards. I'm going to go to the top today and down to the bottom. Oops. It's funny, it wants me to look at that one. Okay. Overall energy, we've got the Hierophant, which is lovely. I think we might have had him last week as well. So he represents like your higher self, moral code, moral compass, religious institutions, ceremonies, that kind of thing. But I also say this is a cloak of protection that is around you. So there's a very kind of there's a feeling that something bigger than yourself is around you and guiding you. So, divine is what I'm trying to say, something divine. All right, so I'm going to do the beginnings of a Celtic cross. In your heart centre, the High Priestess. Now, these two marry up nicely together because this is kind of the written word, if you like. And this one here is more what you feel. It's your sixth sense. So with a combination of the two, there's a lot going on. There's kind of a morality thing happening, and what you feel is right and wrong. And there could be prayer involved. There could be really putting your faith in your higher power. And this one here is trusting the journey that you're on. They're both from the Major Arcana. So this one here, with it being the High Priestess, pertains to gut feelings, if you like, trusting your gut, having faith in where you are and where you're going, and you might find there's lots of synchronicities happening, lots of coincidences happening, and they're happening for a reason. Now, I did say earlier, oh, this card wants me to look at it, which was this one. And this one here shows somebody who's a bit caught up in their head and feeling a bit trapped. So these two work very well with this feeling of entrapment, of being stuck in your head, maybe mentally not in a good place, can't see a way out of these feelings of feeling caught where you are and not able to move out from where you are. So let us see what crosses this card. High Priestess is nice to have in your heart space. The Death card. So the Death card indicates that you know it's the end of something. Something is telling you that it's the end of something, and new beginnings are afoot. So again, from the Major Arcana, so this is meant to happen. It's the path that's been mapped out for you. So the High Priestess is sensing that there's an ending and a new beginning, because the moon here represents a new beginning is afoot. The Death card is Scorpio in the Major Arcana, if that's of any relevance to you, but it is definitely marking an end of a cycle. In the solar plexus, or that could be what you're sensing, you're kind of thinking, your sixth sense is kind of, that's what you're feeling very much at the moment, that is this the end of a cycle. It's in your heart space. In your solar plexus down here, it's a little bit like the card I just showed you, this one here. So there's lots of worrying going on and anxiety. This is the worrying, anxious card, the 9, which follows that 8, which I just showed you. It's a 3 o'clock in the morning, lying in bed and worrying. That is in your that's in your solar plexus. So it's normally, the message of this card is normally things will sort themselves out, and you don't need to you don't need to worry unduly. You've got the wise old owl in the background. But your thoughts are kind of, and it's an anxiety card. However, the 9 indicates a coming to an end of a cycle that's been probably a bit challenging with the 8 and the 9 here. worrying, anxiety, insecurities, that kind of thing. So it's not the lightest of cards. In the immediate past, we've got the Seven of Swords, which shows departure. Something has been left. This is my get out of Dodge card. You see there's an arch behind it. He's going towards that arch. So he's leaving the situation, going toward a new beginning, which marries up with this Death card as well, endings. But with him, we've got swords again. So air sign, this could be pertaining to an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. He's taken the swords that he wants with him and he's left some behind. So with it, he's leaving a situation, turning his back on something and taking with him what he wants. Normally we get the Five of Swords that marries up with that as well, if it's a real feeling of I'm putting myself first. But he is going through that portal. It can be a bit of a sneaky departure, but it is a departure into another world, into something else. The crowning card is the Two of Swords. So again, we've got that, this kind of, I don't know what's going on, I don't know where I am. Underneath that Eight of Swords, we have got the Knight of Swords there, which is again that air sign. So very heavy on the swords at the moment. You've got the Moon again, which represents new beginnings. It also represents emotions which are very up and down. And things, all the clouds represent, can't see the wood for the trees. This is very much a card of stagnant waters, they call it. So not being able to move, which was that Eight of Swords. It links in with this past card, the immediate past, that we are going, but we don't know what we're going to. And again, that Death card signifies endings, new beginnings. The Future card is lovely because, look, from all the colours that we've got here, which tend to be blues and purples, and the messages being things aren't clear, we suddenly have this lovely card here which represents a tree ready for harvest. So Pentacles, Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Pentacles here represent things of value, what you value. It could be investments, it could be, it represents, money, in other words. But it could be just what you value. It could be, family, friends. It could be, as I say, investments. It could be properties. It could be stocks and shares. It could be anything like that. And you're looking at it. You're taking into account where your investments are. The basket here is empty. The idea is that we want to cash something in. And the card at the bottom here, we've again got the Eight of Pentacles. So very much, it could be that we're being influenced by money on this card here, in which case the Death card is good because it shows a new cycle is beginning. And certainly these two cards here, the colouring is different from the rest on the deck here that you can see, and it shows things are becoming fruitful, with money, if you like. This is the 8. 8 is a number of courage and strength. This is what they call the Apprentice card, and it shows somebody who is beavering away at work, creating money, creating an income. They call it the the Apprentice card, because it can be a side hustle, a sideline. It can be at work, you're learning new skills to like a promotion, or given more responsibility for which you're being paid for. It can just be that you're out there working on something that's new to you, hence the Apprentice card, but it's paying off. So that's a really nice card there to finish on. Lovely. And I don't know whether I've got time to do clarifiers. I'll just do some quick ones to see what comes out. The clarifiers for you. It's not a full reading because obviously this is just the bare bones of the story, but it gives you an idea. Messages for the week. I can't remember what I did now. Did I go to the bottom? I think I took from the top, didn't I? And then I went to the bottom. Okay, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, look, Ten of Pentacles, that's really nice. So the Hierophant, this clarifies the Hierophant. Stick on in there. You're on the right path. Have faith. You're going to get there, because there's the money. There is the money. High Priestess is covered by the Ace of Cups. New beginnings that are happy, that are going to be heartwarming. Could be relationships, of course, if it was a love reading. However, we're just doing it generally. So that's your that's on top of the High Priestess. That's lovely. The sense of newness, that is going to be welcome. It's going to be good for you emotionally. Temperance over death. Yeah, there's endings, but you need to go with the flow. And you've got cups again in this. Temperance is actually Sagittarius, but you have got cups where the water is flowing from one cup to the other. So nice card. Go with the flow with this card. There are new beginnings afoot. You just need to go with it, not fight it. Nine of Swords down at the bottom here. We've got the Nine of Cups. So 2 9s. We're waiting for movement, in a sense, because of the 8 we have there. But we've got a wish fulfillment. We're feeling this is going to lift, and then it gives way to a lovely sense of relief and a wish fulfillment, which is lovely. But we're worrying about it. Is that ever going to happen? Are my dreams ever going to come true? That's in your 2 9s. And the fact that they're 2 9s is really good, because all the hoping and wishing and is coming to an end, because there is a new beginning. 7 of Swords in the background, the World. Yeah, we made a decision to leave a situation, to go ahead and make steps to start again. The 2 of Swords up there, the blockage card. Yeah, we're still blocked, emotionally blocked. We're not sure if what we're going to do is going to work out for us emotionally. I feel like there's been here some angst going on. We had that in the 9 down there. Of Swords again. The swords are very the cards where the swords are very full of angst. The Future card, which you've got the 7 of Pentacles, Justice. So that's lovely. So all this angst is going to leave, because justice will come to you. And that's on top of this card here, which is the what you have invested your money in, what you have as prized possessions, or where you've put all your money. Justice is coming, which is positive. We had the 8 of Pentacles here on the bottom, and here we've got the 7 of Wands, which is lovely. So you might have to assert yourself a bit with this job here, because we see that we're kind of well, it's a two-way thing. You might have to assert yourself because people are going to come to you and challenge you, or it might be that you're doing so well here, you've got to fight off the crowd, because they're all going to want a piece of you. So this card here, these can either be challenges where you're a bit on the defensive. Starting something new can sometimes put us on the defensive when we're not quite sure what we're doing. In which case, go with the flow. The Temperance card, relax, just enjoy it. You're fine. But it could also be that you're in demand, and you need to protect yourself from overloading yourself and then going back into this headspace of anxiety. So that's lovely. Really nice reading, positive. Things are on the turn from you being mentally squashed to being mentally freed, if you like. Have a good week. Bye now.